don't get it twisted. We can still be taken back to our roots if needed.
Don't fuck.
We don't
around.
prefer to, but don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
And don't fuck with her.
Don't fuck with me.
Don't fuck with us. I'm like doing my hands. I'm like, don't fuck with us.
Yeah, literally. What are we doing? I'm like,
this is what happens when you get old.
And it's so embarrassing.
Okay, welcome back to Consciously Delusional with your hosts, Haley and Brianna.
Hello.
Oh, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while.
I know. I'm actually so excited to see you. I'm so happy that you're back.
Thank you. I'm excited to see you too. We've purposefully not been telling each other what's been going on or venting to each other because we're like, save it for the podcast. So it's going to be a good catch up today.
It is. And it's also actually harder than I thought. I'm like, oh my God, I have so much I want to say. And then I'm like, I have to hold it together.
No, it's actually so hard. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, save it or tell it. Save it or tell it.
Yeah, exactly. And then I'm like, wait, am I going to remember?
Exactly.
So we'll just see what happens.
Exactly.
We're kind of this is it's not a test, but we're just going to see what comes up right now. I'm excited to catch up.
Absolutely. We're off the cuff, kind of winging it a little bit, just catching up. I love it.
Yeah.
How are you?
Okay. I love how I start with the okay.
No, that's okay.
That's when you know it's bad.
Being our authentic selves is what's most important here. And sometimes you just have a bad fucking week.
Sometimes you do. No, this is the thing. Actually, I had an excellent day yesterday.
Okay.
And the day before, I had a really good past 2 days,
good.
Which we'll take.
Yeah, we'll take it.
No, we'll take it. I'm a little annoyed right now. So basically right now I'm living, again, we both live in Medellín. This is what I didn't tell you. So I moved into an apartment building. It's furnished apartments. It's really nice. I really love it. It definitely is a little bit overpriced for Medellín. However, there's really great amenities.
Yeah.
And Haley's been there. So basically I needed to change my apartment. And this is because I was planning on leaving. I'm staying longer. So they offer cleaning service every day. And last week they pulled a curtain back and found massive water damage it looked like mold.
And you've been already in the mold journey.
Yes. So and I'm on a functional health journey where they found I have mold exposure in my body. So I'm taking all these supplements and it's been really testing for me. That's a story for another time. But so as you can imagine, I'm freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
Because I'm already having the supplements that I take affect my hormones and I'm having an irritable. And we talked about this on one of the episodes, even when we went out to eat and we both just needed to vent quietly to ourselves.
Yeah.
So anyways, I found mold. They told me that I sent a picture to them. They told me that it was just paint peeling. I know. I want to show you the picture. I'm like, should I?
Yeah, let me see it.
Okay.
Also, just to reiterate why this is such a big deal.
Yes, thank you for filling in.
So both of us have been doing some functional health testing. I did it a little while before her. I actually didn't test for mold toxicity. I did a hair and mineral test, and then I tested my gut microbiome and all of that. But a lot of us have been exposed to mold and we have no idea, and it lives in the body and it presents itself in symptoms that are really harsh and can kind of creep up on you. And the process of undoing all of that and detoxing from that is very grueling. And she has been so committed to this process for months.
Thank you.
So she takes her pills on time, her supplements, she does all the things. I was 90%.
No, you're
accurate,
good.
but I allowed myself some wiggle room. But she's so on it, so I can only imagine after you've been oh goodness.
Okay.
This is giving more than paint chipping.
Yeah. I'm the fact that they're trying to gaslight me and tell me that it's just paint chipping.
At least it's not black though.
That was the fourth spot though of that.
Yeah.
So anyways, it's been this ongoing thing. And I I try and be really nice. I really like living there. I like to be on good terms. I don't want to be argumentative. So
you're one of the nicest people. For you to get to a point where you're really upset, I feel someone has to really do something or cross you one time too many.
And that's where I'm at right now. And so basically I'm asking them to leave. I don't feel comfortable breathing in the air.
Mm-hmm.
They won't move me to a different room. Then they're okay, we can downgrade you to another room, but we still need to charge you. They're not offering me a discount or anything like that. I slept on the couch for 3 nights.
Wait, is this in your new place?
Yes.
Okay.
No, the old, my
The
first
old one
place, the
bedroom.
old one.
Yeah.
I slept on the couch because I was like
Yeah.
freaked out.
Yeah.
And then now I'm in my new place.
Yeah.
And so then this is just like funny. So like finally I was like, I am really uncomfortable with the way you're treating me. Like they wouldn't let me move into a new room.
Yeah.
I had been sleeping on the couch for 3 nights. I was like, you have a room available. Why are you not letting me move?
Mm-hmm.
They said no. It was this whole thing. Finally, they let me move. And then that day I ordered delivery. I'm just dead.
No, what is it?
And so they like write your name on the like delivery bag and look at the guy. What does that look like to you at the end of the last name, my last name?
Okay. I'm actually loving the duality of this.
Okay.
It's giving devil,
Yes.
but it could be a stingray.
Stop it.
Which I think he's actually encapsulating us, or you, quite well.
Okay. I was
Not a devil, but like maybe like in Spanish, it sounds a little less intense, like diabla,
Diabla.
diablita.
Okay, I'm okay with that. But I was just like pissed off. I was like, are you guys kidding me?
No,
So
I get it. You're
anyways,
like already there, and like one little thing will like tick you the fuck off.
absolutely. It's like my nervous system was so dysregulated that like literally one little thing and I was about to flip out. So anyways, no, I'm doing so good. No, but actually like I am. Like I'm so happy to see you. I'm so happy to be in this new place. There's like a bunch of light. It's gorgeous. It's a better view. So that's also really nice.
I actually FaceTimed her last night for a little bit to go over some logistic stuff. And I noticed that the light in your apartment was like so much better. And I also love that you can see the sunset now. We were both like looking at the sunset together. It was such a good one last night.
So gorgeous.
Okay, and so I'm happy for you.
I'm sorry. I'm actually feeling self-conscious because we've talked about me for so long.
We're going to talk about you more. We're like 10 minutes in.
Okay, but like I need to hear more about you. Like you went to New York.
Yes, I did just get back from New York.
I need to hear everything.
I was in a short trip to New York. I went to New York because one of my longest friends was having her baby shower.
Okay.
And then all of our other oldest friends, who I've known for like 15 years, were all flying out for it.
Okay.
So I went for that and to see the girls. And it was a great trip. I think similar to you, like I've just had so much going on these last few weeks that I was starting to see like all the fun things in my life as like a task I just needed to check off so I could make it through and then rest. And so I was trying really hard to like not have that mindset going into New York, but it was inevitable a little bit.
It's hard because it's like we want to be present, but then when there's so much going on, it's like I just want to get through this in a way.
Absolutely. It was like, I just want to get through this and get back to Medellín where I can like, I have nothing on the docket really except podcast stuff and like frolicking and like sleeping.
We love frolicking.
I'm meant to frolic.
No,
like,
we are at a finca. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. And also being somewhere where it's like warm again. It was so fucking cold in New York. I was not prepared. Like, listen, I lived in New York for a few years before I moved to Colombia. I've been through the winters, but my dumbass just was like, oh, it's not going to be that bad. So I brought like a thin little trench coat and like some long pants, and I was not okay. Thank God. My friend had this fabulous big fur jacket that I was wearing.
Thank God.
Which in turn gave me this alter ego of like,
oh, tell me more.
Like it wasn't like quite mafia mob wife. It was like mob wife meets street style because I didn't have like all, like, you know, the nails and the hair and the glasses and the purse. I had the fur jacket though, and that was enough for me.
We like that though.
Yeah.
And like honestly, some mob wives like current day have that combo of the streetwear too.
Yeah.
So like you can it depends on whatever energy felt right for you. That's what you were. And
I felt
she
warm.
was crushing it. And I literally had such FOMO, and I hate being cold, but oh my God, the fur coats, New York City. Oh my God.
Me and my friend both had fur coats on, and we were just frolicking and laughing, and we were making the silliest videos, like dancing in the street.
Best time.
And it was really fun. And I missed you because you've always mentioned to me, I want a mob wife moment, a fur coat moment, you know, and I told her, I was like, we got to send her a video. So it was really, really nice to see her. And then I met up with the other girls, and it was really nice to see them as well. I haven't seen my friends in a while. Every time I see them.
When's the last time you saw them?
Before I went to Japan in October.
Okay.
So about 6 months or so.
Okay, yeah.
And it's just weird because, not weird, but when you live out of the country and then you go home and then people are getting married, they all have little babies. Now the babies grow so much in a 6-month time span. Yeah. Things are just different, and it's really beautiful to watch. But sometimes I ask myself, like, you know, their lives are so different now. Where do I still fit into this? And going home can feel a little challenging that way, because I think that you said it perfectly to me yesterday. You said it's like the timeline that you could have lived, or it's like a glimpse into the life that you could have had you stayed. And so it's like a little bittersweet, because they have such beautiful children. They're all in really good places in their life. They're all thriving, and I'm super happy for them. But inevitably, when you don't live there anymore, you do feel a little disconnected.
Totally. It's like it's not this left out feeling, but it's just like that disconnect.
It's a total disconnect.
Like, it's like, I don't know if it's nostalgic or what, but it's like you're seeing something that could have been your life.
Mm-hmm.
We chose differently, and we're happy about that.
Yeah.
And equally, there are consequences for choosing a different life. And that is like, sometimes like separation from friendships, or just like feeling distant, because sometimes I have my closest friends, I go see them, it's like nothing changed. But then like it is like seeing them like married, having kids, buying a house, all those things where I'm like, oh, that's so not where I'm at. And it just feels so different.
There's inevitably that level of comparison too, like that you just touched on, is like, when I'm here in Colombia and I'm living my life and I'm enjoying the views and I'm with my friends, I am 100% sure that this is the right decision for me.
Yep.
But a little bit of self-doubt creeps in when you go home and you're with all your friends who are married, having children, building towards their future, planning for baby number 2. You do ask yourself, is the path I'm on right now really what is aligned for me long term?
Yeah.
And you do have those moments of doubt, but they are just moments. It's inevitable that you're going to compare yourself. And so I experienced that too. And also, this is me like not America bashing in any way, but I feel a sense of heaviness personally anytime I go back to the US.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's the energy of the country right now, everything's so divided, of just maybe the stark difference of the life I live here and the life back there. But I feel a little bit of a sense of heaviness every time I go home.
Okay.
And it's hard for me to shake that off.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm only there for 3 or 4 days. Now, if I'm there for a few weeks, I can integrate a little bit better.
Yeah.
But I just really was aware of it this time.
Yeah. That's so interesting. I think like it's interesting. I have both, because like sometimes I go back and I'm like, I don't have a car here.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm driving around I'm like, oh, cool. Like I'm set. Yeah. Like I know like it's so embarrassing. Like I have my grocery stores that I know.
No, I get it.
Like,
I get it.
And then I'm like, oh, the convenience, like there's so much convenience
the
there.
familiarity. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's so much. And I'm like, damn. But then there's the alternative side where I'm like, oh, wow, this doesn't feel aligned with me. So it's like very much so. It can be really confusing. It can, and like you said, with the doubt, sometimes for me, I like lean in a little bit to the doubt, maybe not too much, but like enough where I'm like, okay, kind of questioning myself. Am I making the right decision? And I think it's like one of those things where it's like, it's kind of normal. Yeah. And like none of us know what we're doing at any point in time. And we can just try our best.
Exactly. And it's important, like, don't lean into it too much. Yes, like observe, yes, allow, but like don't hyperfixate, because that's when you start to spiral.
Exactly.
You know? But yeah, I don't know. I was feeling a little bit that way, but something that was interesting is, so like I shared previously, I got laid off from my job in August.
Yep.
And I've been doing jack shit.
Stop it.
Okay, but like as far as work.
That is I'm sorry, Amber, I'm interrupting right now. That is so American of you to be like, I'm doing jack shit. Because it's like we attach
you could take the girl out of America.
But we attach our work
in
America to our sense of worth and who we are. And that's why we literally don't live there anymore. And so I want to just reflect back to you, like, you've been doing so much shit. Holy, like, oh my God.
Okay, I have been doing a lot of non-paid shit.
Yes.
Okay. No, but thank you for saying that. You're right. So not that I haven't been doing anything in a bad way. I actually was of the mindset, like, you know, I'll take a month or 2 off. I'll jump back into the job search.
Yep.
I'll be bored doing nothing. This is the life for me. This is the life for me, this unemployed life. Unfortunately, there are no paychecks coming in. So at some point I will have to figure that part out. But I haven't been doing much other than anything I fucking want these last few months. I haven't showed up for anything that I didn't want to go to. Yeah. I've been prioritizing creative projects. I've been prioritizing my fitness and my health. I've been prioritizing resting and not feeling guilty about spending a whole weekend in bed.
Yeah.
Because my body is thanking me for it.
Yeah.
And I don't think I realized how burned out I was. But
Girl.
all of this to say really quick before I forget, I saw a bunch of my friends in New York City who I haven't seen in years, who are very successful in the medical world, very successful in the crypto world, in the wealth management world, in the recruiting world, all these things. And I had a little bit of an anxiety going there and saying, oh yeah, I'm not working, I'm not doing anything. Every single person I said that to told me, oh my God, I'm so jealous.
Yep.
Oh my God, I'm so happy for you. Oh my God, you need this. You're going to thrive. You're going to be fine. And so even though I already knew that, it's really nice to have that reassurance from people who are still in that world.
Yes.
Being like, girl, take advantage of it. Do it while you can. Things are a shit show. Live your life.
Let's go. Okay, this is like a grip I have where, okay, wait, LOL, this happens every single episode where I get an idea and then I forget what I'm about to say. But okay, fuck, I don't know. Okay,
That's
skipping
okay. It'll
it.
come back to you.
Yeah,
It'll come back to you.
Jesus
This
Christ.
will inevitably happen to me as well, and
The
you'll
amount
have
of editing
to.
that we're gonna have to do.
But it was a really good trip. The way that I met this core group of friends.
Okay.
Was, we were just in our early 20s, wilding out, and some of my best memories and some of the craziest shit I've ever done was with this group. And it's so interesting to see them now with like their little babies. And it's so funny. We're a group of girls and they all either have or are having little boys.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's so funny.
And it's so funny because it's just, I don't know why I always imagined like it was going to be the next generation of girls, my mind did not like think like everyone was going to have boys. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just think it's like hilarious.
It's just not what you thought.
And, even though I felt a little, this is how I described it to my friends who were asking. I said, I'm just having difficulty integrating back into the group, back into this life. It just feels a little like hard for me to step into. But even that being said, I took the opportunity to like look around and like, not many people keep friends this long in their life.
Yeah.
And to be in my 30s and still have women who support me and love me and like are there for me and we have that close of a bond and our friendship survived for that many years, I felt really grateful for. And it's just, one of the costs of this lifestyle is inevitably feeling disconnected at some point.
Exactly. And you just probably saw me typing. And it's because
Did you remember?
Came back to me based off of what you said, though.
Yeah.
And so, like, my big, is it gripe? You say gripe.
Gripe, sure.
Is it gripe? It sounds weird. Like, what does that even mean?
Like something to gripe about?
Yeah, but like, I don't even know what that means. Like, I have a gripe.
A gripe is like my problem is, my issue.
No, I know, but I'm like,
it's a little old timey, but we like it.
It's a little old timey. Yeah, a little.
I love an old timey saying because I was raised by my grandparents.
Yep.
And so I've got some good ones.
You do?
I've got some good ones. Some of them that the people have never heard before, courtesy of my grandfather who just said, I'll get there. It's unnatural right now.
You can sprinkle them in.
Yeah, I'll sprinkle them in.
Okay, so my gripe is, like, we're both into self-help.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, personal development, spirituality. And you hear a lot of, like, you need to support yourself. You need to love yourself. You need to build yourself up. You cannot rely on others because that's like kind of giving away your power. And like, if you're always relying on external factors, then you're kind of empty inside. And I'm not saying it like the perfect way, but like you see a lot of messaging like that.
Exactly.
My big gripe is like, that's true. And we are like evolutionary, we are set for belonging, which means like we are set in communities and like having support from other people and like hearing your friends like root you on and being like, you're doing a great job. Like you're going to be fine. Like those things do matter. And so like sometimes I get a little annoyed with like pop psychology and like Instagram, TikTok when they're like, love yourself. Like,
because they get rid of the gray area.
Else. Yeah, there's no gray area. And I'm like, no, like we do need others actually. Like we can't just be relying all on ourselves. Like I'm not gonna like, I am gonna like try and root for myself and be like, okay, like I think I did a really good job. I can do better here, but like I'm trying. I will do that, but it's so important to have that community of support.
Yeah.
And so like that's like a huge thing I have. And like what I'm actually trying to like teach myself and like learn the balance of like relying on external validation and like how not relying on it, but like accepting it
Mm-hmm.
and being okay, like
Yeah.
having other people support us. And I just like love that your friends are so supportive. I think also this is like now a tangent, but it kind of reminds me of like as we get older, I feel like we really learn who our real friends are. And I'm
Totally.
not saying that in like a petty bad way, but it's just like we start to like see who's really there to support us and like who really honors and gets us. And I feel like that's something that you kind of, at least I've had the privilege of getting or like learning more about in my 30s.
I couldn't agree more. And I think it's a mix of a few things, right? At least for me, when I was younger and more in the party scene,
Yeah.
friends were quantity over quality. I
Yeah.
always had the good friends there, but I also loved a big group and having people around.
Totally. I had like groups. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, okay, I had my party friends.
Yeah.
I had my homebody friends. Like, yeah.
And now as I've gotten older, that's what I'm saying. I'm actually really blessed to have kept so many close friends.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say like I had any bad falling out with people, but like I naturally just, once I stopped living that lifestyle, like stopped like gravitating towards that.
Mm-hmm.
And one other thing I wanted to touch on before I forget is I think one of the things that's so hard about going home when you're older
Mhm.
is I've lived this travel lifestyle for a while.
Yeah.
When I was in
How
my
long?
earlier 20s, like 10 years
Damn.
plus, you know, probably like 10 years. Yeah. When I was in my earlier 20s, I'd leave and come back and things were mostly the same at home.
For sure.
But now when you leave
It's
and come back, people's lives are so different that it's like such a stark contrast.
It's bizarre. Yeah.
You know, I'm like, oh my God, you've literally birthed a whole human.
There's a human
who is like
being.
walking and has teeth.
Yeah.
You're married. You and your husband are buying a house. Like,
Okay.
totally excited
Like-
for them, but I think that's
No, it's
what
like,
jars
what am
me.
I looking? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, last time
I'm
I
like,
saw
what's going
you,
on
you
here?
were doing a double shot and like asking like for help in the bathroom. Like,
Yeah,
what?
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that was another thing that was interesting too on this trip home is this is the first trip I've taken with my friends since being sober from alcohol.
Oh, amazing.
And they are not huge party animals. They're like, they had a little bit of like Mom's Gone Wild, a couple shots out.
Of course, we love it.
But I think I was so more aware of my more chill personality and not like relying on alcohol or substances to help me with any insecurities I may be feeling, to make me like the more outspoken one, to make me more the center of attention. I was literally just like microdosing mushrooms the whole weekend and keeping to myself,
Chill
which I think was a
vibes.
shock, not a shock to my friends, but I think that there were times where they're like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? And in my head, I'm literally like just taking in the moment. I'm reflecting. I've got the mushrooms, you know, making me tingle a little bit.
Wait,
and I'm
the
just
back
like,
of your neck,
yeah.
right?
The back of my neck is where I always feel it.
Yep.
And so I think it was also maybe like a little different for them to see as well. But overall, I had a fabulous trip. I'm just so happy to be back. It was so fucking cold.
Yeah.
And like, I couldn't wait to get back. And I just have this feeling every time I come back to Medellín, I'm like, I'm home.
Cozy.
Yeah, I'm home. And luckily, I didn't have to deal with any of the bullshit at the airports.
Oh my God, you didn't?
Yeah. So
No.
my flight was
Okay,
at.
explain to
Go
the
ahead.
people. Explain to the people.
Okay, so obviously for Americans listening to this,
Or honestly, anyone traveling to
anyone.
Medellín.
yeah, well, no, but I'm talking about the airports in the U.S. because their TSA is like
Oh.
closed and everything right now,
Oh, I
and
thought
they're
we
like
were talking
deploying
about the
ICE
line.
agents. Although I didn't have a line here either. So two things.
Okay.
My flight was at like 7 a.m. on Sunday morning, and that was the day before.
Slightly a Nightmare on Elm Street, but we're okay
I
with
waited
it.
in line for like 40 minutes in customs. It
Okay.
wasn't the worst. I made my flight. I still had time to get a coffee. I still had time to get one last bacon, egg, and cheese in
Type A really
before.
coming in hot.
Yeah. And then right when I got to my gate, they started boarding.
Okay,
I
perfect.
actually, this is so fucked up, but like I was so tired. I just got in the special assistance line.
Oh my God.
And I was prepared to tell them I was pregnant
I'm done.
if I needed to, but they didn't even ask me. I was like, I need to get on this fucking plane now. And I also had a middle seat open next to me, so it was super comfortable.
Incredible. Okay.
And then when I landed in Medellín, the customs line was super short, 20 minutes. Sometimes here, it's like the airport is very old and not built to withstand the tourism that's currently taking place.
Not well staffed, I would say. Like
and they have maybe like 3 or 4 people at a time checking visas when you come in and passports. And I've waited in that line for 4 hours
Same.
before. So I was like praying. I was like, please,
my
please.
God.
I was like checking what other flights were coming in at the same time. And I was in and out. And I
Amazing.
didn't have a checked bag. So I was like out.
Amazing.
It went really well. But some of my other friends who were traveling did not have the best of luck. They were like sprinting for their
Nightmare.
gates and stuff like that. But yeah, travel's just like kind of a shit show back in the US right now,
Crazy.
as people have seen on the news.
Oh my God. Okay, you were talking about friendships
Mhm.
and how like you're so thankful about having friends from so long because not a lot of people have that, and it's so interesting. So and you're like, I haven't really had like big falling outs.
I've had I've sprinkling a few here or there, you know.
Okay.
But the thing is like now I'm in a place where I'm like, oh my God, that was so dramatic. Like, you know,
Okay.
wish you well in hell. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
LOL. Okay, well, this is the thing. I'm actually dead.
I was quoting Cardi B, by the way.
I'm also dead. Yeah, Cardi B number 1. Number 2, we did say a prayer before.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I like the duality.
Yeah, we literally like prayed before this.
Yeah,
We're like,
to
let's have a
God.
good recording. Thank
Yeah.
you, God. Send those bitches to hell, though.
Okay, so yeah, for me, it was just interesting. So like maybe we can get into that a little bit because I'm so fortunate too where I've had friends, like most of my close friends I've been friends with since I was like 3, 4, 5, like so young. Like I'm so thankful. They've really seen me through every season of my
Yeah.
life. However, with that said, I have burned it fucking down sometimes. Like I have had big fallouts with friends and I'm just like, and I actually carry so much shame about it
Yeah.
for like the way I handled it and
Yeah.
how I communicated, and honestly, not even how I communicated, how I didn't communicate. My like go-to strategy is usually just disappearing. And I have
Mhm.
so much, I don't know, it's something I think about a lot. And so I'm just like curious. So it sounds like maybe you did have some sprinkled in there, or I don't know.
nothing on this particular trip, right? But in my past,
In the past,
I
yeah,
have
same.
had some falling out with a few close friends. I'd say like maybe a handful of people come to mind.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I deemed those friendships irreparable
Yeah.
because I just saw a side of these people that I couldn't forget.
Got it.
And I know that we're supposed to give grace and I know that I expect the same in return, but there are certain things that I just couldn't get over.
1000%.
And also like luckily, I mean, I've had a couple dramatic blow-ups with friendships, but like the friendships I'm thinking of in my head right now I just kind of silently disappeared.
Same.
And they didn't fight for it and they knew what was wrong and they didn't try to fight for it. And I said, hey, if you're not wanting to put the work in, I'm not going to put the work in. But I do ever so often reflect back to those times and think to myself, was I too much of a hard ass? Was I too stubborn? You know, was I in a place where I maybe wasn't as mature as I am now?
Yeah.
Or, you know, now I really look at things through the lens of everyone's going through shit.
100%.
And I used to really expect people to show up for me the way I showed up for them. And you can't have those expectations
the
for
tit
people.
for tat.
Yeah.
We've talked about this before. Yeah.
And because this is the thing, it's like if we're homies and
Yeah.
I'm like a good friend, like I'm riding for you,
I
I'm
got
dying
you.
for you.
Yeah.
I'm loyal. And my mistake is oftentimes expecting that in return.
Yep.
And it has set me up for disappointment so many times
Mhm.
in relationships with family, with friends, with romantic partners.
Yep.
And being able to remove myself from that lens has been really important. I'm not perfect. The truth is I think I just haven't put myself in a situation to get triggered in a while. I'm over here like, I'm healed, but really I just haven't like talked to anybody in like a year.
Okay, no, literally, we need to talk about that as well.
Yeah.
Because like I like went through a whole phase where I was like, I literally am like healed. I'm like, I'm 100% like
You're
I'm
like,
done.
I'm secure
Like,
attachment.
No, I literally was like, I'm probably gonna pass away soon because I have no other lessons to learn.
Yeah, my soul
Yeah.
is ready to leave this
I
earth.
literally
Yeah.
was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
And then I realized, oh, I literally have blocked out every single person in my life.
No, totally. I've hibernated.
I literally haven't left my apartment in a year.
Yeah.
So, I guess I have to like actually be around other people and like let myself be triggered and like how I handle it then.
Totally.
But like to your point with like to the friendships, mine are all from the past, like from like middle school, high school. There's like some recent ones maybe a few years ago, but those were mostly like because I was scared and I feel like that's fair. Like, however, it's still even if it's fair, it's sometimes I have regret about how I handled it still.
Totally.
And I think it's also like something we're talking about religion, like holding grace for ourselves too. And being like, wow, like, yeah, I didn't have the tools that I may have today.
Amen.
And I still I got myself out of a situation that wasn't benefiting me.
Yeah. And sometimes our survival instincts in that moment, or how we have been trained to survive our whole life, was how we inevitably acted, right?
Exactly.
So now that I'm in a place where I'm more like, okay, emotional regulation before confronting a situation, let me sit with it. Let me see how it's making me feel.
Yeah.
What is this actually stirring up in me?
Mhm.
On the surface, I think I'm angry, but am I actually hurt? Am I actually insecure? Am I actually jealous? Am I actually sad? What is it? And then sitting with that has done worlds
Wonders.
Whatever the expression is, wonders for my relationships. And my friends who will probably be listening to this, the OG day ones, they're like, bitch, you used to fucking pop off. You used to be so confrontational. You used to tell someone exactly how it was. Like, that's kind of what I was known for. Everyone would like make fun of me. Once I started talking with my hands like this, it was game over. You better get the fuck out of the room. Now I think we touched on this in one of our earlier episodes, but my energy is so sacred to me that letting myself be leaky in any way or step out of like my peace does me more damage in two ways.
Oh, 1000%.
One, when I was younger, I used to be able to blow the fuck up and then 5 minutes later be like, la la la, everything's fine.
Yeah.
Now if I have that kind of blow up, which I haven't had in years, but typically it's with family, I'm like exhausted for 2 days.
Oh, done.
I cannot
Absolutely.
recover
I'm
or
in a
bounce
coma.
back. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I am a zombie right now and I'm just existing. And oh shit, now I forgot.
Also having a blow up.
Having a blow
like
up.
this. Now you're not.
Also, I would inevitably be the one who felt bad, because this is the thing about me.
Yes.
I will never get violent, but I'm telling you, I got a sharp fucking tongue and I've got quick wit.
I will
and I will
you with
annihilate a
Yeah.
motherfucker with my words.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter if it's off limits. It doesn't matter if it's like below the belt. I will go for the jugular and then I will let you know, like, don't come for me, which I'm not proud of. This is something I don't do anymore.
Out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so really what it did, not only did it leave me exhausted, but it left me then feeling guilty. And someone who originally wronged me, I'm now doing the apologizing because I went crazy mode on them.
Reaction.
And all of it is draining my energy.
Yeah.
And really just being able to take a step back and say, everyone is acting out of their own issues. Everyone has their own life going on. And it's so cliche, but everyone's actions is a reflection of how they love themselves and how they feel about themselves.
And their capacity too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You got to just let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I completely agree. It's so funny. Like I definitely could say some harsh things, but mine was like, I am so icy that like my energy is like so felt. Like what I would do is I'd be like, you pretty much don't exist anymore. And it's so bad. Like I literally
I could do that with men. I was not the best at doing that with friendships.
Oh, no one is off limits. Like I literally will pretend, like I will look you dead in the face and you will have there will be nothing.
You literally
there.
think you're invisible.
Yeah, no, like you're
like, am I here?
Yeah, no, people will think, and it's awful because like I'm good at it. Like it's actually like I have a lot of shame that I'm good at that. That was an adaptation that I learned how to cope with things and how to like completely ice other people out, but also ice out my own emotions. And like it made me like I felt numb and it felt good not to care. I will even say, and it felt like I felt like I had power because I like didn't care.
It's about, I don't know about you, but the way that I used to react in relationships and friendships, it was always because I needed to seek an upper hand because that made me feel safe.
Always.
So if I felt the little tingling of someone pulling away from me, I'm ending it because it's ending on my terms and I have the power. And that's, attachment styles.
100%.
My anxious attachment style, my unhealed abandonment wounds were flaring up. And back then I didn't have the jargon for it. We didn't have the resources available or, the things that we know now. So I really just was like in fight or flight mode. I was trying to use the coping and survival skills that I had learned in my dysfunctional household growing up and applying those to my relationships. But because it was my decision and I dictated the terms, it made me feel okay about it.
Control. Yeah, no, like I was like, it's cute that you think you could upset me.
Yeah.
Like, it's adorable. I like, you want to go there? I will fucking like 2 times and like whatever it is, I will like literally ruin your entire life. Like,
It is fun being petty
no, I
sometimes.
know, but
I used to love that.
it's so bad though, because
Yeah.
I literally would be like, it's cute that you think that this is like going to affect me. Like I will literally double down and then triple down, and you will literally not know.
You will die
you will
in
not know
battle.
what's coming
Yeah.
to you. Like you won't even know what happened. And it's just like so like vindictive. And yeah, you're right. It has it, like, even if I'm talking about it and there's this energy behind it that like does feel powerful, but it's like kind of this like, it's like at the end of the day, for what? Like at the end of the day, what I want is like connection, healthy relationships. That's not a way to get that. And so
it leaves you feeling empty, just in a different way.
100%.
I feel like it's a different type of emptiness and a different type of lack of fulfillment.
Totally. And it's just like, I mean, again, I keep saying this word, but it's like a shame thing, because then it's like, oh, I didn't even act like how I would like to act in that situation. And so now yes, I was hurt, and now I'm hurt from you, and I'm hurt from my own actions. And this just does not feel good.
Yeah, no, totally. But don't get it twisted. We can still be taken back to our roots if needed.
Don't fuck.
We don't
around.
prefer to, but don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
And don't fuck with her.
Don't fuck with me.
Don't fuck with us. I'm like doing my hands. I'm like, don't fuck with us.
Yeah, literally, what are we doing? I'm like,
this is what happens when you get old.
And it's so embarrassing. I know. Oh my God. I actually watched this reel today. It was like Ryan Gosling. He was so hot. He's actually the only blonde guy that I would ever be into.
You know what? My mom, that is like her all-time celebrity crush.
Yes.
She fucking loves Ryan Gosling.
He's so hot.
He is handsome objectively. I maybe would date
Your
him.
hesitation's actually already upsetting me. I'm getting heartburn.
The thing is, I'm just really not into blondes.
Okay.
I like tall, dark, handsome, tatted Latinos who are going to send me to therapy, apparently.
Okay, but this is the thing. They're not sending you to therapy.
No, I know.
They can't fuck around with you.
I can't go to therapy. Remember, I don't have health insurance anymore. That's why I started a podcast.
God damn it. Oh, sorry. I say, yep, okay. I
It's
use
okay.
the Lord's name in vain sometimes.
God is with us, and he forgives us.
This is the thing. I also actually would like to do a deep dive into this. Not for now. But I'm curious at like what the meaning is behind that, because I'm not saying it in a negative way. Like my intention, my heart is not. It does not have malice right now when I say it. Anyways, that's another topic for
one.
the
This
day.
podcast is like getting into the.
No, we're kind of all over the place.
Yeah, we're like, are we a Christian podcast after today? No, I'm joking. I'm joking. We're not. We're definitely not.
Oh my God. Okay.
But just touching on why I'm making that joke is somebody that we follow and hold really a lot of respect for,
yes.
and is a coach and a mentor.
Yeah.
They were doing a podcast boot camp, and for people who want to start, and then they
prayed
people
before.
were all praying before, and we're both very spiritual. I have my own specific relationship with God, and I talk to him a lot, or her, whatever it may be. And so just setting the intention and like praying beforehand of like, hey, we're inviting the good vibes, let go of the negative energy, give us success.
Every day now.
Yeah.
And like throughout the day.
Yeah.
And that's like one thing that I've really enjoyed. And
I
also,
love that.
I know. Well, it's like, it's nice because it doesn't have to be, I thought it had to be so formal.
It doesn't.
And
it can literally just be like this.
Yeah. So
I talk to God like he's one of the girls, you know?
One of the girls?
Yeah. I'm like, listen to this shit, even though he already knows.
You're not even going to believe
Yeah,
it.
I'm like, you're not going to believe this, God. Listen to what this motherfucker did.
Okay, this is like completely separate but similar to exactly what we're talking about. So I don't know if we're going to be saying the same stuff or not. Okay, so you asked me how I was. I'm going back to that. I'm like really sensitive. Like I go deep into my emotions. And so last night.
But really quick, do you mean in general, or are you feeling heightened sensitivity right now? Or both?
No, in general.
Okay.
I mean, heightened, no, but I'm like always just like really sensitive.
See, that's so interesting because I remember you asking me a few weeks ago, who do you think is the more sensitive between us? And I was like, me, obviously.
Yeah.
But the reason I said that is because I just wear my emotions on my sleeve so much. And you're more reserved that way. So it's interesting for me to get to know this side of you because I haven't necessarily fully been, immersed in it, but I am treading water. Okay. I'm treading lightly.
No,
I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I'm involved. But no, if any ex that you can ask to be like, I remember one guy I was dating, he was like, you're the most emotional person I've ever met in my life.
Oh God. Like if a man says that to me, I'm going to fucking.
I know. Like, but I am quite emotional. I was like, okay, like I think it's true, but like it doesn't have to be negative. I don't know. So anyways, last night, I was watching the Red Hot Chili Peppers
Oh
documentary.
my God. Okay.
about
I
Hill.
actually started watching that too.
Okay.
I didn't finish it, but they're like one of my favorite bands.
One of my favorite bands. Oh wait, like literally growing up, like my dad used to like it's I don't know.
I didn't know that.
My dad would listen, or I don't know if he still listens to them, but like he would
Probably.
listen to them when I was younger.
Yeah.
I listened to them. I kind of always like idealized them. I don't know. I'm just like obsessed. And so I got so emotional watching it. And like for different reasons. And I think I'm not going to go into all the reasons, but one of them is just reminding me of what we're talking about now.
Mm-hmm.
And like I actually like felt a lot of grief watching it.
Really?
And that's not surprising because if you watch it, you'll know why. But grief for a separate reason. So what struck me was how they were talking about how they met and how they were with each other. And they were just so basically, if you live under a rock and don't know Red Hot Chili Peppers, I'll explain to you. They are a punk rock band in the US. They're not,
like very international though.
They're international.
They're huge.
But they're from the US.
Yeah.
And they have this documentary and one of the band members passed away. I don't think that's a spoiler because that's like literally just like
history,
but spoiler it. And they talk about him. But anyway, so they're talking about like how the band came together, their relationships together. And so through it, they're talking about how they could just be themselves. Like they were literally outrageous, obnoxious. Like they show footage of them. They literally are crazy. Like
they are. I'm like, they're such boys.
No, they're such boys.
They're such 90s punk boys.
Yes. And like actually it's so my type. That's actually my first like number one type is like a skater boy that's like kind of like John, what's his name? John Frusciante?
Yeah.
He's like my type. Like that's number one. Anyways.
I was an Anthony Kiedis girl. I think Anthony Kiedis, young Anthony Kiedis with his long hair, the lead singer.
Oh, okay.
With his long hair.
That's fucked up that I didn't even know his last name. I just know I just call
That's okay.
I'm a first name basis with him. I'm Anthony.
Oh, okay, girl. Okay, she's some VIP.
No, I do like it.
But a 90s Anthony Kiedis with his long hair. Oh my God. Kill me.
No, I know. No, kill me.
Like even him now is quite attractive. But
he's attractive now.
I heard his girlfriend's only 18.
Right now?
Yeah. So I don't know if that's true. I might need to do some like fact finding right now.
Fact finding.
But he dates really young girls, which okay, listen, I'm not here to shame anybody, but I do think that there's like a little bit of a red flag when someone's in their late 50s dating an 18-year-old.
No, for 1000%.
Even if you're a rock star.
Wait, when he was like, I feel like 30, he was dating like a 14-year-old. Remember, like that was a thing. Anyways, we're deviating. Actually look it up though.
19.
Right now?
He's 61.
I literally was looking up if I could date him last night. Okay, anyways.
We're too old.
We're too old.
We're like out of his demographic.
Oh my God, we're literally too old. Like we could be a grandparent. That's pretty much it. Okay, anyways. What I felt grief about was like thinking about my life and my like childhood, teenage years, and like I just was not myself. Like I had moments with friends where I felt like I could be myself, but there was always like an air of like fearing like that I'd be judged. There was like sometimes like gossip and cattiness, which is like so normal especially for teenage girls. But I just like had grief of like, oh, they really went after their dreams at such a young age. They had no idea what they were doing, but they were like, we're just doing this. And like, I kind of had a full circle moment because then it reminded me of what we're doing now.
Yeah.
And like, this is like something that we both had dreamed about. We wanted to create our own podcast. And like it for me, like it is like later in life, I do have some grief about like, oh, I wish I kind of started these things that I had so much passion for when I was younger. I'm also just so grateful that I'm doing it now. And like, again, kind of circling back, I don't even mean to be like this, but like it is never too late.
It is never too late.
So like it was weird. I had like this huge like grief of like, there's so many things I could go into it, but like
totally
where I just wasn't myself. I wish I did this. I wish I did that. But at least I'm now doing it, and we can always just like start doing what we want. We can always start following our dreams.
I think too, and like something we have to remember is like whose timeline are we comparing ourselves to? Like we literally have so much influence from societal expectations and growing up in a capitalistic country where it's like do, succeed, earn.
100%.
And I love it when I get those like random like memes on my Instagram that it's like, you know, Tina Fey didn't make it till she was 40 or Vera Wang didn't make it till she was
like
50.
Yeah.
And it just reminds me like I'm on my own timeline, but I totally understand what you're saying. Like I spend a lot of time being a little harsh to myself of, well, you should have done this sooner.
100%.
And the truth of the matter is I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be when I'm supposed to be there. Like, I'm on the right timeline.
Yep, and trusting
And just
that.
because it doesn't look like, you know, maybe someone from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, or maybe it doesn't look like one of my friends who's having kids and getting married, I have to like stand strong in my faith and knowing that like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. But it's hard, right?
It's a faith podcast, guys.
Yeah, I know. We're like sounding very faithy today. I'm like, oh my God, like I actually need to like say fuck some more. But like standing in that and knowing like everything is aligned and I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be.
And trusting it. And like, and it's hard though. Like, I mean, for me, it's hard, but I think you're right. Like, it is just like having that trust and being like, this is my own timeline. And also just gratitude that I'm able to do it now. Like, I'm so fortunate to be able to do this.
Yeah.
And
so fortunate. The fact that like neither of us are, you know, in professional working jobs right now, like on a salary, but we're still able to prioritize our creative projects. We're still able to get by. We're so lucky.
Yeah. And we worked hard to get here.
We did work hard to get here. But there are people who will work just as hard their whole life and never, for one reason or another, never have this type of opportunity, whether it's because they won't ever get it or some people just can't unplug.
Step outside.
They're like, now's not a
box.
good time. Now's not a good time. I'll do it later. I'll do it when I'm older. I'll travel when I'm retired. And it's like, dude, like now or never, you know?
100%. And I think
actually not now or never. That is like exactly what we're trying to be the antithesis of. But it's, you shouldn't save. Like, I don't think people should be like, I'll do it when I'm older. If you have the opportunity now, step out of your comfort zone and put yourself out there because it's literally one decision could change the rest of your life.
And it's just, there's never a perfect time. Like, there will always be something. And so really, it's just like the perfect time is when you really like can trust yourself and like have that, a little bit of that like drive to push yourself out there.
Exactly. And I think what it is for me is like, I am, and you can attest to this, I used the wrong word.
We support
you
all
can
words.
agree with this.
We
might use some jumbled words here, but you get the gist. I'm so hard on myself. I'm my
brutally
biggest critic.
Guys.
I can like, it's really unhealthy and I have to work on it. So the amount of self-hatred I kept having for not taking a chance was outweighing the fear that I had of putting myself out there.
Yes.
So it's actually so interesting. So when I see all the girls this weekend, I'm showing them the first few clips of our recordings. They're like asking me about it. And they're like, we're so proud of you. This looks so good. And one of them was like, you have been talking about this for 10 years.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy to see you finally doing it. And I just realized that for the last like few years, I've had a lot of grand ideas, but I've never executed on them. And instead of just, okay, whatever, I didn't do it, I have a negative self-narrative of, you're so lazy.
Yes.
When are you ever going to take a chance? You can't ever come through for yourself. And then that really bleeds into all areas of your life, right? Because when you stop keeping the promises you make to yourself,
shows up everywhere.
You don't expect others to keep their promises to you. You inevitably impact your self-love without even realizing
you expect less.
And I just realized like I had this like culmination of like, you know what? I care way too much what other people fucking think of me.
Same.
Because the big thing is like, I didn't want to put myself out there.
Same.
I'm like, how am I going to look on camera?
Nightmare.
How is my voice going to sound?
Why am I thinking about what people from high school would think about? Like,
yeah, exactly. I'm like, what are the fucking
I'm
people who I haven't seen in 10 years going to say?
Yeah, like I literally can't.
And I just realized like, I don't give a fuck. Like I still do sometimes. Like even when we're watching back the edits, something I'm like, okay, I don't like that. I don't like that. Or, oh my God, that angle's not good on me. But the amount of relief that I've experienced from just us getting in here and doing this, of like being able to say, well, at least I fucking tried.
It's just starting. It's really starting. Like starting is kind of the hardest.
But I think it's just like you're the fire horse. It's like, go for it. You know, no more fucking.
Like, just fuck it. I'm just over it.
I'm in a big fuck it.
I'm over caring.
Yeah.
I've exhausted myself to the brim. Like, I'm like, I almost can't care anymore. And like, I do care, but I'm like, I can't, like, I don't even have it in me anymore.
That's so funny because I was telling you this yesterday when you're like, how have you been feeling? I'm like, honestly, I'm kind of numb.
Yeah.
And I'm having to unpack like why I have been feeling that way because sometimes it can be scary. Someone says they're numb and it's like, okay, are you headed towards depression? What's going on? But I'm more just like, I have no fucks to give.
Yeah.
Anything around me is like, I'm not letting it penetrate me. So I'm numb in that way.
That got sexual.
Yeah. See, we're faithful and penetratable. Okay, sorry. Clip. But I'm kind of just trying to get my like mojo back. I think I've just been exhausted.
You've been over, honestly, and I'm saying this with love.
I know.
You've been overextending yourself.
I have been.
And it's because it's
hard to be the most popular girl in Medellín, Colombia.
No, literally, she has so many friends. It's hysterical. And I literally, I'm like, I'm the kind of girl where like I like to have a small group of friends and I'm really close to them. I don't know how to manage that many friendships.
This is the thing though. Thank you for saying that, and you are correct. However, while some of these are not quite as deep as others, these are all people that I do have deep, profound relationships with. They're not just like surface level, like party on the weekends. No,
it's
I
just
know.
a lot to handle.
Well, I know it earlier in the episode. I was like, quality over quantity. The quantities still stay.
Okay, it's giving manosphere when the guy's like, I want multiple wives. They're all deep, profound relationships. And you're like, you're just fucking a whole bunch of bitches.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. No, but like, for example, I think of like all the friends that I have here.
You have really close, deep friends that you've known for a really long time.
Yeah. And that's the thing is like, a lot of people are like, why Medellín? Why Medellín? It's getting this reputation of like this passport bro location, drugs, partying. It has those aspects, of course.
As all cities do, really.
Yeah, exactly. As all cities do. But the community that I've been able to build here,
an amazing community.
While it's not the same type of community I have with like my closest friends back home, it is so strong. It's so like plentiful. I'm booked and busy.
Yeah.
Okay. And without that, I would not be thriving or how happy I am here. So my community is really such a part of it.
Absolutely.
But sometimes I do exert too much energy fostering it. And I really, like I was telling you and our other friend after my birthday party, we're driving home from the finca and I just said to them, I was like, I'm too nice. I'm giving up too much of my energy and I'm feeling it. And my body's telling me to, not that I need to be a bitch, but I need to not be so much of a yes woman or
more boundaries.
I need to have better boundaries.
Yeah.
And there's nothing too severe, but it's like when they all add up together.
No, it piles
I'm like,
on.
I'm depleted. I need to learn how to say no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's hard.
Sorry, I took us on a tangent there.
No, we're down for tangents.
Yeah. I mean, that's technically like what a podcast is, right? Just like a bunch of tangents.
Kinda
and then we
is.
like find ourselves. But back to what you were saying about feeling grief about your younger years.
Yeah.
In that documentary. Actually, can I share something about the documentary?
No.
Okay. So people are going to call me a fake fan. I love the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I've listened to them for years. Actually, fun fact, one time I found like a vintage Red Hot Chili Peppers CD that I had been looking for. The first day I got it, it was in the car and I totaled the fucking car. I got in a really bad car accident.
Oh, no.
And I'm okay. I feel bad. It was actually my grandpa's truck and it was his pride and joy. And that was like so hard. Anyway, before I like get sad, we go to the junkyard the next day to get the stuff out of the car. And those motherfuckers stole the radio and the CD. And they like wouldn't give it back to me. Well, this is what I'm saying. I'm a fake fan. I didn't even know who Hillel was. I was like, who the hell is Hillel? I only knew like from John Frusciante on.
Yeah.
And I had no idea about like their early stories because I just knew like Anthony Kiedis, Flea, John
I didn't even know their
Frusciante,
last names.
and then
except for
I don't
John's.
even know who the fourth is.
The guy who looks like Will Ferrell.
Yeah. No, that's Flea. Oh no,
No,
you're
that's
right.
not
You're
Flea.
right. I actually don't even know his name, but he totally looks like Will Ferrell.
Yeah, exactly.
So I watched
They
it.
didn't air him in the
I know, I'm like, he's not even in it.
Yeah.
But he maybe wasn't around back in those days.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
it sounds like he came after. But it was a good documentary. I think for me, like we both watched the Manosphere documentary, and I think both of us were like, I need something happier. I need something more hopeful.
I couldn't finish it.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that on another episode. But Red Hot Chili Peppers is like one of my bands I need to see before they retire.
I saw them. I'm sorry. Okay.
I'm so jealous. I haven't seen them yet. And also my other band is No Doubt, and they're doing a residency at the Sphere.
Oh, amazing.
And
oh my God,
would
at the Sphere, that would be insane.
To see No Doubt. Like the Sphere, that would be really cool.
But together, I think amazing.
My thing is like, is Gwen Stefani gonna bring it like 90s Gwen Stefani? Because she's like, isn't she kind of like a Bible thumper now with her like husband? I heard she's a little more.
This is a religious podcast, but we do judge other religious people.
we have faith, but if you have faith, you're a Bible thumper.
Lame. Wait, can I interrupt? Because I just had an intrusive thought.
Of course you can.
Okay.
It's not interrupting if you ask.
Okay, thank you. All right. I wanted to be cozy today. So I wore this sweatshirt.
And you look cozy.
While I was brushing my teeth, the toothpaste got onto the sweatshirt. And I said, my toothpaste chose violence this morning. I decided not to go with it. So I am wearing it and you can still see the stain. So if people comment on it, it's toothpaste, okay?
Thank you
And
for sharing. I didn't even notice. Your hair is covering it.
Okay, thank God. And then also my sneakers, I went hiking in them, so they're really dirty.
Those
are my intrusive thoughts. Let's go back to the documentary.
No, but that's okay. We can actually pivot there because this is the thing is when we first started doing this, like we're in a studio right now. We have like all these amazing high quality cameras on us. We're mic'd up. We have lights everywhere. And so we were like, okay, we got to bring it, right?
Yeah.
So like we came in the first day, at least me, I had like my hair blown out and curled. I had my full beat. I look cute right now, but I'm realizing as time goes on, like,
fuck it.
I'm going to be a pajama girly. And I actually misled her today. I said, listen, tomorrow I'm wearing a baseball hat.
She literally misled me. I'm like, okay.
I was like, tomorrow I'm wearing a baseball hat. I'm coming in comfy. I, did not bring the energy last week and I want to just be comfortable.
She was hard on herself. Yeah.
And then I dressed up a little bit today. I don't know. I just got this sweater this weekend in New York because I needed something for the baby shower. I don't even want to say it. My friends are going to roast me. It's from Old Navy.
Old Navy? I was going to say, is it Old Navy?
They like roasted me for liking Old Navy. There were a few Old Navy jokes this week. I just want you bitches to know I didn't laugh, but I clocked them.
My mom, whenever I see her and I like compliment something she's wearing, she's like, guess where it's from? And I'm like, Old Navy? She's like, yeah.
Listen,
the pride that she has about shopping at Old Navy and finding cute things.
Okay, thank you. You know what? I fuck with your mom.
Yeah.
Let me just say this. I am not like going to Old Navy for all my fashion, but for me, curvier girly, they have so many different jean styles and extended sizing. I can get so many basics there. I was literally freezing my fucking ass off in New York. I was like, I need something. This like sweater was on sale for like $9.99.
You're like, I'm not gonna go to Saks Fifth to like get a whole new wardrobe. And I also had
only
a week.
A carry-on.
Yeah,
and I was like, it's so funny. My friends were like, I knew you would go to Old Navy. And then there was another.
It's so cute. I keep complimenting you on it. I
was wearing like a really cute dress this weekend or something. And then someone's like, ooh, where's that from? I know you can't get that at Old Navy. And then everyone was just cackling. And I was like, I'm not going to flip out because I was taking it as a dig, but whatever. Fuck it.
Oh my God. No, Old Navy. No.
We've talked about Old Navy too much. I need to stop.
We're getting sponsored by them.
Yeah. Unless I'm sponsored, but we're not.
Yeah. We're not.
Anyway. But I forgot how we got there.
I don't even know. I was talking about this.
Oh, yeah, your toothpaste.
Yeah, toothpaste.
So you are a feral animal.
I'm a feral animal. But a friend of mine offered to help me at my apartment because I'm just like, it's actually taking too much energy for me. And like right now, like with everything with the health stuff that I'm going through, that I'm working on, it's not worth my time. It's really not worth my energy.
Exactly.
And I also don't like feeling taken advantage of, which I do feel like I am.
Yeah.
And that's just not a good feeling.
That is something that unfortunately can happen here too, is like, it doesn't happen all the time, but we live in a city that's like, there's a lot of expats, there's a lot of digital nomads, and obviously there is some type of contribution to like, prices going up and things like that. So
of course,
when you can sometimes feel like they're trying to take advantage of you. And it's so frustrating, especially when you've been living somewhere for so long. You've like become friends with the staff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the employees.
Such a bummer.
And yeah, I've had some situations like that.
Like
so
it doesn't
I understand
have to be
it
this way.
And also listen, I choose to live in Colombia. I love it here. The pros outweigh the cons, but administrative processes here or trying to secure an apartment or trying to communicate with multiple people, it can be really frustrating just because the culture is different.
Yeah.
Than in the US where we're like used to this like immediate, like, okay, they emailed me back. This is the terms. This is the contract.
I will say though, like, and not in Medellin's defense, but I will say, I think it's really a symptom of just traveling anywhere. Like, because I had this when oh my God, in Sicily, it was like, I felt,
I think what it is it's a symptom
for my like, to be respected and like to not be taken advantage of, like, and it's just so frustrating.
I think it's a symptom of many things. I think for me what it is it really shows me like how let me think of how to word this, just how like instant gratification everything is in the US. And yes, in a lot of places, but like for me,
what do you mean by that?
Like if I'm going to get an apartment somewhere in the US, they've got the documents done. I know what I need to pay. I know what I need to do. Here, it's like a relationship building.
Yeah.
It's like, maybe not in your experience, but it's like there's a bit of relationship building. And then it's like, okay, I'm going to go and talk to them. Well, let me talk to them. Okay, we're going to take the weekend to think about it. We don't take any business calls on Friday through Sunday, which I do love. But sometimes when you're like, hey, I just need to get this shit done, like when it comes to visa applications or trying to deal with immigration, there are some processes here that are just boggling.
There are. And I will say, so this is my own rebuttal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it in the US as like instant gratification. I see it as like organization. Like
it is
like,
organized. It's
like,
better
it's
organized.
Just better organized. Yeah. And it's efficiency.
Yeah.
Where here it's just, it's a different dynamic.
It's a lack of efficiency.
And I appreciate, like, I do appreciate the relationship building, but like, I think again, in my circumstance right now, it's like that the relationship has been built. It's actually, it's being soured because of the situation.
Absolutely.
So that's just a bummer. But I will say, like, you're right. Like, in other countries, it is more relationship building. It's less, in some places it can be less efficient.
Yeah.
And that can be frustrating, but also like we're again so privileged to be traveling and to visiting these other countries. So there's like pros and cons.
The worst problems to be complaining about. Like,
no, again, it's but we want to validate them too, because they are like, I mean, it sucks to have to like not be able to trust when someone's charging you something, to trust that they're not overcharging you. Like that
This is what I say. I say the only consistency here is inconsistency.
Yeah.
And that is what I struggle with. However, that being said, and with the few negative experiences I have had here, this is my home. I love it. I choose it 100 times over going back to the US. And I'm in no way talking shit on Medellín, because everyone knows how much I love this place. Yeah. But as with anywhere,
there's pros and
cultural
cons.
differences and process differences inevitably lead to frustration after a while.
Of course.
But again, I choose it, so it's something I got to deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I hope that by the time we talk next time that you're feeling better.
No, I think, and I'm feeling good now. Like, I think I have a choice. I can choose to let this upset me, or I can choose to support myself and find a solution. And so I'm going to go the solution route and see if the guy can help me and move in that way instead of letting it fester. Because what I used to do, I would let things fester and I'd think about it and I'd get upset. I would even get like physical symptoms. I'd get like heartburn.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm leaving that. Like I pretend those are tabs and I'm just exiting out of those tabs and closing them out. I'll revisit it when it's time, and that's it.
Totally. Well, I know that both of us have been struggling with like our energies just being off these last couple weeks. I don't know if it's something with the stars. I don't know if it's like the year of the horse, the year of the snake type stuff. I also I'm not trying to use this as a scapegoat, but I just came off of hormonal birth control of 15 years and took my IUD out.
That's a big thing.
And I didn't have a crash right away, but there's a part of me that's like, am I actually starting to feel a crash a little bit with my emotions?
Yeah.
I also don't know if it's the stress.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. And I think that for both of us, let's just manifest that this week moving forward, that everything gets solved that we need to get solved.
Yeah.
We make progress on our project. Oh my God, here we go but yes. But like, oh my God, we're leaning more into that. And let's just have a lot of good, fun things to catch up on next time.
Yes.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today on Consciously Delusional. We kind of just did a catch up today, but hopefully you enjoyed listening in. Take some time to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and the links will be below in the bio. So hope you guys have a great week, and we'll talk to you next Thursday.
Ciao.
Ciao.